Hi guys, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, see who hops on, share this into the guilt-free healthy living group. If you're not a part of that group, get in it. There it is. So we're live. I'm live now on my page as well as on the guilt-free healthy living Facebook group, which if you are not a part of it, get in it. I do exclusive trainings, exclusive sales go in there, collaboration, accountability, support, all the things. Guys, can you see how orange my fingers are? So I use a self-tanner, spoiler alert, and I didn't wash my hands well enough right after. Hello, I see you watching. Hop in, say hi. What is going on? Today I am talking about cravings, which is a huge thing that's going on in quarantine. So I'm waiting a couple minutes, seeing who hops on before I start talking or singing. All good. It's been beautiful weather today. Hello. So yes, cravings during quarantine. So right now, I'm in my kitchen. I spend a lot of time in my kitchen. You guys know that. Meal prepping. I like to spend more time out of my kitchen than anywhere else. But right now, there's a lot going on, but we are at home. We are in quarantine. If you are working from home, if you are with kids at home, if you have no kids at home, there is a couple sides of cravings right now. So there is the cravings of coping, and there's the cravings of convenience. So I'm gonna start with the cravings of emotions. So this morning I posted an article about emotional eating. If you have not seen it, go back and take a look at that. But emotional eating is real right now. And it's real all times, but right now we are going through something traumatic. We are going through something completely abnormal. It is okay to have a coping mechanism. We all need a coping mechanism of how we are adjusting and how we are reacting. And right now, if food is the coping, that is okay. It is okay. Because you are reacting to something that nobody knows how to deal with. Nobody understands this right now. There is no understanding what is happening in the world. Give yourself grace. I've seen two sides of the same coin of productivity right now. There's the side that you need to learn something, you need to do something, learn a language, start a business. Like there's this productivity side going on of you have all this free time and use it. And then there's the other side that is we are going through something traumatic. And maybe before this, life was crazy. Life was moving around. Life was overwhelming. And this might be a time that we pause. Or you might have a mixture of both. You might be handling what's going on. You might be coping, but you're also using productive patterns to cope. So there's really two sides of how we're reacting to this. And health and fitness can be both that coping and the productivity. So cravings on the emotional side. So we are looking for comfort food. We're looking for that comfort and coping of something that we don't understand, something that is scary. If you're in a state or a country that is being hit really hard, this is really scary. And coping with that is important because the more that we cope with it, the more that we react to it in a positive way, which I say positive as in, there's something good to come out of this, which there may be a lot of good that comes out of this, but we also need to recognize what is happening and feeling that. And so when it comes to emotional eating, recognizing that we have that feeling, recognizing what we want or the craving that's coming out of that, it might be wine, it might be chocolate, it might be crackers, it might be bread or whatever you decide is bad or label as bad, which there is no bad food. There is food, period. It's what we decide to eat and decide to put our attention to that matters. So when we do have those emotions, recognize it. Recognize that that's there. I am scared because, I am sad because, I feel XYZ. Recognize that feeling that's there and let yourself feel it. You know, there's a lot of things being postponed. There's a lot of things being canceled. There's a lot of uncertainty going on. Feel it. The sadness, the anger, the scared, the uncertain. Feel those emotions. Confusion. If you watch The Good Place, there's an episode that they talk about, why do we have so many emotions? Really, all you need is anger and confusion. You might be angry and confused right now. Recognizing those feelings is the first step. And then recognizing what we turn to in that. And there's a piece in that if we're having constant cravings, it doesn't mean that we have a lack of self-discipline or self-control. It means that our body and our mind is not getting something that it needs. So carbs are a huge thing that people talk about craving. Like, I want this, the bread, the pasta, saying that you don't have it. Whether you say you're keto or sugar-free, or you guys all know my opinions of that. Keto is no. But if we're setting that as bad and we're going towards that, we have that craving, typically carbs mean that we're not getting enough water to start with. So water is one of the biggest things. The other thing is we've limited carbs to such a point that our brain and our body doesn't know what to do. And it's reacting to that. We react to what our body reacts to and what our mind reacts to. So there's a couple things that go on with carbs. And if you do have those carb cravings, drop into my DMs. I'm talking about things like that right now. But then I want to go to the other side, the cravings of convenience. So right now, like I said, I'm in my kitchen and there's a lot of food in my kitchen. So if we tend to congregate in the kitchen, which a lot of the times we do, we like to be in the kitchen. Wouldn't you say so?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, we like to be in the kitchen. There's food in the kitchen. And, if I open this up, what's in here? Let's grab that. Or we're talking and we don't realize what we're grabbing. It can be a moment of convenience that we don't even recognize or realize that we're eating it. And again, that is okay. That is okay. Not just right now, not just in quarantine, not just, reacting or coping. It means that that's what we need. And there is a difference between mindful convenience eating and mindless convenience eating. So if we're mindful about it and we know, hey, I'm not really hungry, but I want this, I'm in the kitchen, I'm gonna grab it, that's okay. We're mindful about it, and we're mindful about how much of it we eat, or how long we're eating, or timing of what we're eating, or why we're eating. Being mindful of it. And one thing that you can do is taste every bite. Don't just snack on it and never taste the food. Ask yourself, what does it taste like? What does it feel? What is it doing for us? That's mindful. Or there's the mindless, that we're just grabbing and going. And right now, we have that time to take a moment. And the mindless comes with that emotional eating. That if we're feeling something and we're going to cope and we're going to grab food to cope with it, then we're mindless. We're not recognizing that emotion and what's happening and letting ourselves feel it and letting ourselves decide how we're going to cope with it. That's the mindful side if we do that. If it's mindless, we're going through the motions. We're going through the motions. We're not recognizing what's going on. We're not recognizing what could help and what can hinder. So those are really the main portions of cravings. Your cravings do not equal a lack of self-discipline or self-control. It can mean a lot of different things. And the more we are mindful about it, the more we recognize what's happening around us. There's a lot happening around us. And recognizing not only what's happening, but what's happening within us. What feelings are going on, what emotions are being triggered, what is going on with us. And if you're changing things during this time too, our body is going to react with that. if our sleep schedule is different, if our eating schedule is different, if we're spending more time with people that we don't normally spend time with, like 24/7 with your family, then our body and mind are going to react to that as well. And our mind does this amazing thing of wanting to find a way to cope. We always want to find a way to cope because we always want to say that we're okay, that we're moving forward, that we're doing things that are good. But really taking a second to step back and say, what am I doing that's good? What am I feeling that's good? Then we can get into a pattern of recognizing these things and recognizing why we're reaching to that food. Whether it's for that emotion, whether it's for that coping, whether it's something that our body wants and is not getting. Then we can make those changes to move forward. Food is not the enemy. Self-discipline is not the enemy. Cravings are not the enemy. It is okay. We're all going through something traumatic, and we're all experiencing it in a different way. And it is okay. It is okay to feel the feelings. It is okay to eat the food. It is okay to find that coping mechanism that works for you. And then we can adjust. All right, guys, if you really love this video, if you really find value in what I'm saying in the coaching, hit that share button, like, comment. Every share is helpful right now. Facebook is all over the place. Every share matters to get this information out. I currently have 3 private coaching spots available for my 360 total health transformation. If you have not gotten a consult on that, drop a link or drop your little like wavy hand emoji and I will message you about setting up that consult. Hit that share button right now, guys. Share this. We are going through something together. We are all in this together. I am here for you. People are here for you. Let's be awesome together. All right. Bye, guys.